Good morning. It's Thursday, 5:30 on Kinder Scout. Just want to talk about this quilt. So I tried this Enlightened equipment synthetic Enigma Apex quilt last night, thinking that I'd be all right on its own. So it was 16 degrees when I got in the tent last night, and I'm not sure exactly what temperature it fell to, but it wasn't particularly cold really. But I had to, so I started off in underneath here. This century, I've got a Life Equipment base layer, and I've got the base layer bottoms on as well. So I started off with them. Then I put my century on, the 120. So that's the thickest one. Still wasn't warm enough. Put the PhD 950 fill down on, and still feeling a bit chilly. So I ended up grabbing the Enlightened equipment torrid jacket as well, wrapping that around me because I kept feeling a void on my back. So I had the clip around my neck and I had it cinched up with the elasticated draw cord, and just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is about quilts. I don't know if it's me personally. I know we're all different. Obviously, like, we all feel the cold different, but I'm generally quite a warm sleeper. But this is my third quilt now, and I don't think I'm getting on with it. So it's my fourth, because I've got a lighter one of these synthetic ones which I use to put over my down bag when it's really, really claggy and wet, and then that kind of takes any condensation that I'm likely to get. So some of my early tents, like when it's really, really claggy, I do get a bit of condensation. So yeah, and that quilt, using it as a top cover, it works a treat. However, I'm now down to 2 sleeping bags. I've got the Cumulus Panyam 600 Custom and the Cumulus X-Lite Custom. And the reason that I've got those, because over the years, and I've been doing this a long, long time, I'm 62 now, and I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. I've been in the army for 15 years. I've been in all sorts of conditions, like, from Arctic temperatures right up to extreme hot ones in the jungle, blah, 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 blah. I won't bore you with my army stories. But I've always struggled finding an ideal bag. So the closest I come was the one of the mountain equipment ones. I had a mountain equipment light line for a long time, and pretty much wore that one out. But then as I've got a bit bigger, I'm not massive, am I? I'm only like 14 stone. But I prefer the Cumulus now because you can customize them. So you can have extra fill in the head or the foot box or generally the whole body. The best thing about them is that you can have more fill on top and less on the bottom. So like my bags are 65, 35 fill. So the bottom's 35% and the top's 65%. But the main thing that I like is that you can have them made wider. So I've opted for the 10 centimetres wider. And the reason for that is because when you look at a sleeping bag's dimensions and its performance categories and stuff like that, you got to be careful because, one, a lot of sleeping bags don't perform as per what they tell you on the specifications as per this thing. But secondly, when you get a shoulder width, people forget that when you're laying your back, you've got to consider the width from that elbow to that one, because we're all wider when you lie on your back. And the other thing, if you stretch a down bag too much, then you're compressing all that down and all that loft, and then the heat escapes. You don't want that, do you? So yeah, so that's why I prefer the custom bags. And Cumulus, they don't charge that much really. When you consider what bags cost these days, you know, for less than $4.50, you can get tailored to exactly how you want it. You know, if you want a bit more in the foot box, head box, whatever. So yeah, and then you know the width. So yeah, that's why I prefer that. I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't buy designer clothes apart from when it comes to this game. And yeah, I just like to spend my money on kit that's gonna perform. But on this occasion, this hasn't performed. So yeah, it's going to be retired now. As I'm just going to use it. Probably I should have brought me X Light sleeping bag out for an extra 250 grams. I would have got a comfortable night's sleep. Been nice and cozy, and I'm going to carry on using that bag until the temperature starts to drop. And then what I'll do then is I'll use this as a cover for it. The other thing about Cumulus bags as well, you can choose what material you want. So mine's got a Pertex Quantum on the shell, and I forget what they call the lining. It's a little bit of a thinner lining. So again, with sleeping bags, if you go for a thinner lining than you do for the shell, then what's a good idea is that when you're stashing your bag in your pack, I always turn mine out because then when you're pushing them in, it's easier for the air to get out of the thinner lining than it is for the outside. But yeah, this was I wouldn't say it was a complete fail. It's just all in the learning curve, innit? You know, I've got the colours that I like. Both my Cumulus bags are red on the outside and yellow. Then the reason that I choose that is because if you find yourself in a dangerous situation and you have to call mountain rescue and you know you send a helicopter out there, it's going to be a lot easier for them to spot something that's bright red, isn't it? Than um, something like more tactical, like dark green. So yeah, I'm going to get up now, and I've got a pretty long day ahead of me. Need to get some miles in and get my old corpse fit. Excuse me, ready for this event that I've got at the end of June. So yeah, I've got to go out into the Clag of Kinder. So until next time, take care. Bye.